Coach, in the spring, you talked about the four JUCO defensive backs: Shimon Moore, Isom, Langford, and Beekman. You said that they were making strides, but they weren't ready yet. Has that changed? Has your opinion changed now,
No,
5 days into camp?
they're not ready yet. You know, is it? And they're not, but they don't have to be today. We still got 20 practices to go. They've made great progress. There's no doubt they're a lot better than they were, but it's just that, back there, when you make a mistake, it's points, and unlike a young D lineman not getting in the right gap or something like that, it's 10, 15 yards. So we got to get to where we don't give up those big plays. And, on the four junior college kids, I hope everybody understands that the January that I was hired, the previous signing date in December of, what would that have been, 17, I think, is that I think they signed 4 DBs, and not one of those 4 DBs is still on the roster. So you lose the entire class of DBs. We had to bring in some junior college kids, and a lot of the guys on defense had connections to junior college. I'm very pleased where those kids are. They're not game ready yet, but they're a lot closer than where they were in the fall.
All those guys are between 6 feet, 6'3". Was that something you intentionally were looking for? It's some height and length.
Yeah, I think you try to stay as close to 6 foot, but sometimes is that I think the reasons we've been good is that I will take somebody who can get out of a break and run rather than somebody just because of their size. So Marcus Strong's off a good player, and he's not a 6 foot tall player, so yeah, you get the big receivers and that, but you go around, there ain't very many corners, 6'3", 6'4", or Pat size, it can change direction, all that. So, yeah, we've been good 6 foot. As me, I'm as close to 6 foot as you can get.
So right now on the other side of the defense, you got Langford taking reps with 1, and then Hicks with the 2s.
Yeah.
And you say, the JUCO guys aren't ready. Are you just kind of trying to see what he can do out there with the 1s, or?
No, it's I guess the fancy name for it's a living document. That position depth chart is. So whoever performs well one day is going to play the next with whatever group, and it'll be that week through the season too. You're going to earn your job each week, and if you have you have a bad week in practice getting ready, and the guy behind you has done a better job, he's going to start. I think the thing is, and everybody knows this, but competition makes everybody better, and there's a winner and loser every day. Whatever you do in athletics, there's a winner and loser every day.
It seems like Langford, you guys seems like you guys like him at cornerback, and Beekman, you guys like him at safety. Is Isom and Moore or Shimon Moore, do they have firm positions yet, or are they still kind of roaming around the secondary trying to find like a more permanent home?
No, Dan's going to play at safety. How that'll all work out between the 2 safeties and the nickel, I don't know, but Dan's going to play at safety, and who else did you ask?
Shimon Moore.
Yeah, we moved him to corner yesterday, and that's more his natural position. He's had 2 really good days for just being there 2 days, so that's more his natural position. So it'll probably take us through 10 practices. We don't have to decide anything final of where people are going to start out until the 10th practice, and so by then we'll have it figured out.
You said it's rare to bring in 4 DBs at the same time from JUCO. Would it be even more rare to have 3 of those 4 start? Have you ever seen 3?
No, if you do a good job recruiting, that's what it comes down to on connections, and junior colleges they're a great thing. I got a lot of great friends that coach in junior college, and hey, some kids come up a little short of grades. Maybe somebody didn't get an offer that they were expecting and decided, hey, I'll go to junior college and have 2 years and develop and get a better offer. So no, is that's what you recruit them for, to bring them in here, and so our guys that recruit them, I think, did a very good job of evaluating those guys.
If you look at the defense of where they were last year at this time, what's the potential of this year's defense?
We should be just as good. Really better. You either get better or worse. And I think we got an opportunity to be better. Got some kids get better. We got to play better in the red zone, and so far in camp we have. Now again, it's just the beginning, and mean anything, but so far we have competed awfully well in the red zone, and then we've got to do a better job stopping the run. And still, I don't know. Somebody put some crazy run efficiency thing. I don't know what the hell that is. Okay, quite frankly, and say we were 103rd or something. I don't know what the hell that is. I know that in the running defense, I don't know, we were somewhere around 50 or something in the middle of the thing, and that's not good enough. We got to be better than that. And So we're committing some time all through fall camp on some of that stuff. And in the mornings, our walkthroughs have been mainly run defense-oriented stuff, and then when we come out here with Coach, obviously we get to work on the passing stuff.
Talk about the red zone defense. Justice Rogers pretty disruptive at the goal line.
He did today. Yeah, he made a couple plays. Is that Sherm had a couple yesterday? He should have intercepted some, and so we're dropping a few balls. We got to catch the ball a little bit better. I think we've had a chance now at 5 of them that we've dropped that we were in position to. But that's the one positive for us so far. We've competed well down in the red zone.
Have you been impressed with the way your defense has responded, kind of the surprise departure of Jalen Thompson in terms of leadership side and different guys stepping up? It's kind of seemed like Jalen, although he wasn't as vocal as Peyton or anything like that, but he was kind of the next guy to step up as a big leader for this defense.
Here's the hardest thing to replace from Jalen is that I've never had a player that practiced as hard as he did every day. It didn't matter what we were wearing. He came every day ready to practice, and that everybody has a bad day every now and then. Not Jalen, okay? I mean, so that's the thing. But those kids that played with him, they see him, and Skylar's done a great job with that. Marcus Strong's done a great job with that, and we'll develop enough leaders. I've never worried about leadership. If you got a bunch of good players, and you don't have anybody there that's a true leader, hell, that's what you get paid for as a coach. Be a leader. The position coaches lead those guys, and so. I'm not worried about the leadership aspect of it, but there are kids that are developing and taking over that role, and so all the good teams, most of the great teams are self-motivated and self-policed.
Last one for Coach.
Do you foresee the nose tackle competition going until that last week between? I mean, Misi's been playing there mostly, but it seems like Lamont's right on his heels, and you've got Zeus and a few other guys.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I'm really pleased, even with the young guys up front, is that that'll be every week, for the next 13 weeks. Whoever practiced best and whoever's most productive in the game, will get the start the next week. Now, I don't believe in guys that play well in games. Then you tell them they're going to start, then they practice like crap, they're not going to start, you know what I'm saying? But competition, that'll make us a lot better. I mean, I believe in that because of the competition that we have down inside.